Hello everyone and welcome to Merton Art Space for Purpose Wrestling Under the Storm. I am Bobby Davies, joined by David Francisco.
Sup? Here they come, Bobby. We're opening up Under the Storm with an exciting tag team. I mean, everyone asked for them to be back.
Yeah, the crowd wanted them back. At the end of the last match, they were chanting, please, please come back. And here they are, we've got them back. The teams with attitude in their second match at Purpose are going up against the undefeated NIC.
They are so impressive and they're so young and they already have so many matches under their belt. They are the kings of the tag team division at WrestleForce. WrestleForce has so many shows in so many places across the south of England, and they have been featured on the WrestleForce shows for the past few years. They are a WrestleForce product, a WrestleForce Academy product, and they are so experienced, having in mind how young they are, and that does make them an incredible tag team.
The fans are behind them.
Can you do the Macarena like that?
No, not with the energy that Mark Trew has in it. I'm not that young anymore.
At least that's over, right? You can go to the bar here at Purpose, and I'm sure that after a few...
Yeah, I'd feel it in the morning though. Yeah. And here they come, David. The NIC, the undefeated tag team here in Purpose.
They are incredible, and the most incredible thing about them is their synergy. They are so on point. Did you see that? They just... As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, come on Jess, you're better than this. They just scream at the same time without having to look at each other. You know, it just happened because there's something about them. There's a certain sixth sense between them where they are in tune with each other like very few people that I've seen work together. They are an incredible team, and the key for that is their synchrony. Look at this. The way they move is the way they wrestle. They are one of the greatest teams in the UK right now, and there's nothing greater to see than Charlie Carter headbanging to his own thing. I love that.
You mention that every single match.
It's great! Have you seen that? This is the perfect shot. I know it's the third time that I mentioned this. That was the perfect shot. That was Team Martini Productions, well done, thumbs up. That's how I've seen it. It's great, I love it. It's a banger as well. The NIC theme is a banger.
It is a great song. Now, David, you mentioned the synchronicity of the NIC. Now, if there's one team that might have the same level of synchronicity here in Purpose, I think it might be the teams with attitude.
What makes you say that?
They train together, they're the same age, they come through together.
Yeah, true. That makes a lot of sense. As I was saying, they did train together. They almost started training at the same time. They've always trained together. They kind of grew into wrestling together, and I do think that is a big factor. At the same time, the same thing can be said by the NIC. They started training together. They've been a team since the beginning. So it's interesting how the dynamic is very similar between both teams in this case.
So what do you think each team's tactics will be? What do you think the NIC's approach to this match is going to be?
What did he say? Did he say be stronger?
Yeah, then he said something else after, and I don't really want to repeat it.
Come on, do it.
No,
do it, you coward.
Not on the commentary feed, David.
Alright, fine.
We'll have to get an explicit warning, and I don't want us to get that.
That's what a coward would say. Can you tell I'm getting ready for my match with Mark Hart later?
Yeah.
I'm keeping that in my mind.
Yeah, get your aggression out, get it going. So what do you think the NIC's approach is going to be?
Just probably power through one or maybe both.
Oh, and here, quick roll through by Kieron Lacey. Now, the technical ability of the TWA isn't to be underestimated. You saw it there with that little roll through. He knew the position he was in that headlock and pulled Carter over for their pin attempt.
Ollie Peace as a trainer does enjoy and love his technique, and I'm sure he loves to teach it as well. I can see how Kieron Lacey and Mark Trew would have the technical advantage and the speed advantage as we're seeing here right now.
Great deep arm drag there.
Where on the other hand, the NIC has the power advantage, and that was a great example of that. Charlie Carter is done with this.
Just smash mouth offense there. And both men tag out. Now we've got Mark Trew against Oisin Delaney. Now I think of the TWA, Mark Trew may be the slightly more aggressive one here. Maybe he's going to be coming to counteract the aggression of the NIC.
I think he knows how to channel that better than Kieron as well, because he has training in other combat sports besides professional wrestling. You know, he has had one MMA fight.
How did that go?
He won. He won clean. In fact, there was a point in that fight where he does a backflip double leg takedown.
God damn.
I know, right?
The ability of both of these young men, and there was a double hip toss there, and the tag team continuity coming into play. They're going to look for that lucha-style sense on it.
That's what happens when you try to stick too much to rules in tag team wrestling. You lose your opportunity, especially this early in the match. Now, just going for the tag was enough space for Oisin Delaney to roll out of the ring.
Now, this is broken down to a brawl, and like I said, I think Mark Trew may be able to compete with the NIC in a brawl, but Kieron's going to probably look for more wrestling technique.
Sounds like you're calling Kieron Lacey a win.
Now, I'm saying he's got a different approach to fighting.
That is true. It is true that the NIC has a more suitable approach to fighting, let me use your words. When it comes to situations like this, they are brawling on the outside, this match is breaking down, a little bit of more disregard for the rules, and that is, as we've seen, every time they've been in the ring of purpose, that is where the NIC thrive.
They've sent both members of the TWA back in the ring, and they're coming straight back out with dual topes.
That is incredible. TWA will not stay down, and they will not be intimidated by the NIC. Tandem suicide offense. I'm loving the word tandem today. I think I'm going to use it a lot, you know?
Yeah. It's great when two teams with the synchronicity of these two, there's a lot of tandem offense. That sit-out springboard moonsault from Mark Trew goes for the cover. That could have been it, but Delaney powers out. That was a great attempt there.
That was incredible. The athleticism and the irreverent offense by Mark Trew on show. And now we'll see, they have the control over Oisin Delaney. Will they have the maturity to be able to continue to have this control?
Now, I was about to say, I think we'll see more creativity in offense from the TWA, but that was very creative there from Charlie Carter. Sticking his boot out and allowing Delaney to throw Mark Trew straight onto his boot.
I think that the NIC has disproved my point, or at least the openness that I had to the ability of TWA to stay in control. They are a bit more experienced. They are not as young as teams with attitude. I mean, it's in the name, right? Which means that teams will probably be a bit more emotional, especially Mark Trew.
Double underhook suplex there. Carter gets a near fall on Mark Trew again.
Mark Trew is very emotional as a wrestler, and you can tell that where Oisin Delaney and Charlie Carter have been down in fights before. They know when to wait until the right time and the right moment is to go for the offense, and that's how the NIC was able to take advantage back of this match.
Now, it looks like they've chosen to work Mark Trew here. Do you reckon that was intentional? They picked Mark Trew, or is it whoever happens to be there they've chosen?
I think it's it was opportunity. I see your point, but Mark Trew is a legal man, and they are always aware. The NIC are so aware of everything that's happening when it comes to the rules of tag team wrestling. And they knew Mark Trew was the legal one. They knew they would have to isolate him, and they did. I think it was more of a matter of circumstance.
The one thing we haven't spoken about.
Beautiful suplex. Did you see that?
That was a great suplex. Floats over into the cover. Notice how he puts his hand across Mark Trew's throat there to make it harder for Trew to kick out. Now, one thing we haven't discussed, David, is the NIC's tendency to break the rules, bend the rules. We saw it earlier when Charlie Carter put his foot through the rope. We saw it just there when Oisin Delaney was standing on Mark Trew's face holding onto the ropes.
Well, if you ask them, what an elbow. If you ask them, they will...
Another cover here. Trew just kicks out, looking straight for that tag, but Carter cuts him off.
They will tell you something like, shut up while you're talking to me. But actually what they mean is, if you ask them, they will tell you that they can get away with it. So they're going to keep pushing and pushing those rules more until they get called out on it. And these guys, more than wrestlers, they're fighters, they're brawlers. They are a... Sorry, they is a gang. They are a gang. Say they are a gang.
No, NIC is a gang.
Yeah, but they are a gang! Oh my god, did you see that?
What a dragon suplex over the top, and Mark Trew kicks out. I would have called that as it, David. I think Oisin Delaney thought the same.
Oisin Delaney cannot believe it, and that disbelief will become frustration if he can't allow himself to stay calm and collected and in control of this match. If the NIC or any wrestler frustrated can be at a disadvantage because they won't think as straight.
No, you see, that's the brains, that's the teamwork behind the NIC. Delaney knew he was frustrated, got himself the tag, gave himself just a few moments here, take some deep breaths, calm down a bit.
That's what they're good at. This is the key to their success.
Now the NIC have had a bit of a change in attitude. The first time I tried to speak to them, all they would say is NIC is a gang and that I wasn't welcome. I tried to speak to them earlier big evasion by Mark Trew. Carter flies straight into the corner and he slaps Delaney in the face.
Mark Trew is not even trying to hit it with precision, he's just trying to hit fast and hit hard. Tried to get the advantage. Oh, he got ran over by Charlie Carter's forearm. That was awesome.
Charlie Carter cuts off Mark Trew from getting the tag now. Kieron Lacey's checking on his partner, but the referee's going to separate him. I don't know how much that'll help.
So you're telling me that you went to talk with the NIC, and at first they told him you're not welcome, and he still tried again today?
I was looking for notes, looking for what they were looking, just for some pointers, for some reporting, and they just didn't talk to me. Straight up ignored me. Walked by, shoved me on the way through.
That does sound like something the NIC would do, especially to someone like you. But I digress. Mark Trew gets in the ring before the count of 10, but there is a Charlie Carter there waiting for him.
They're working there, stomping a mud hole in the back of Mark Trew. Grab Mark Trew by the hair there, we know how Mark feels about that.
I can tell that Charlie Carter by the shape of his boots.
Well done, you're a very observant commentator.
Oh, what a chop!
Now that chop echoed out through Merton art space here. And now do you notice, as Oisin Delaney delivers that short clothesline, he holds onto the wrist. Now Mark's been making a habit of trying to scramble for that cover whenever he can, for that tag whenever he can.
This is not about trying to win as quickly as possible anymore. Oisin Delaney is not happy that Mark Trew hasn't stayed down, and he wants to teach Mark Trew a lesson.
Now he misses a judo-style throw. He follows through with a huge knee to the jaw.
You want to talk about precision? There's the precision. That knee was right on the money. I don't know if Oisin Delaney has any idea where he is right now.
And Mark reaching for that tag, and so is Delaney. It could be whoever gets the tag first. Kieron Lacey is legal, so is Charlie Carter. Kieron over the top and takes down Delaney with a big crossbody.
He loves those crossbodies.
And a second one for Carter into the
time
cover.
with the legal man.
Broken up by Delaney, and he sends Delaney reeling outside of the ring.
Kieron Lacey is fighting two men by himself. Will he be able to mount enough offense to give TWA an advantage?
Now how shook he is from that one right hand from Carter.
Carter's uppercuts are deadly.
A reversal causing the NIC to miscommunicate headbutt and a double springboard back elbow. And now Kieron Lacey is feeling it.
Kieron Lacey saw an opening, he took it, and he's feeling it as you're saying. He's bringing it to both members of the NIC.
European uppercut, clothesline into the corner, and another for Delaney. Big forearm to the face of Carter, and one for Delaney. Delaney follows him in, looking for a German suplex, maybe no. Lacey knew he was there, rolls through. And the wherewithal of Kieron Lacey there to know exactly where Delaney was.
And planning ahead, he knew that Charlie wasn't there, so he used his body to shield division.
And a flatliner from the outside, springboarding in. This could be it, David. Teams with attitude so close to getting their first win here in Purpose.
He didn't let Oisin Delaney see that Charlie Carter wasn't there, and he lured him into a trap. He mounted offense after offense. He needs to stay on top. He can't. I know he's getting tired now. It's been a lot of explosiveness by him, but he can't let things calm down. He needs to stay on top if he wants to give TWA any opportunity to win this match.
There it is. What was it you called it last time, David?
The best spine buster in the country. And it's unfortunate that Kieron Lacey was caught with it, because that stopped his momentum dead.
And Charlie Carter there cutting off any attempt for Kieron Lacey to tag.
Like a pit bull being allowed to come out of the cage. Look at that!
Oh, and a kick out by Lacey.
Kieron Lacey will not stay down. He refuses to stay down for the NIC. He keeps fighting, and that's so lovely to see. The effort that TWA are putting against the NIC is incredible, and they are definitely giving a run for their money. If this keeps going, then this might be the NIC's first loss.
Mark Trew there with the dropkick, interrupting the black
flag. Oh, look at that!
Spinning heel kick right into the face of Charlie Carter. They find the legal man, and now TWA going to look for some tag team offense.
They have this power bombs
Blockbuster
combination, thank you. And that seems to be like what they're going for, but Oisin is able to fight out of it.
Causing that separation. Kieron takes Delaney over the top rope with a clothesline. Carter's back in the ring.
Oh!
Met by Mark Trew with a forearm and a pump kick to the jaw.
That's payback from early.
Trew to the top rope. Looks for the crossbody, but Carter powers him up. And spins out into a black flag. That's
What
gonna be
was
it.
that?
And a 3. It is over. The NIC win here with a black flag out of nowhere.
As Charlie Carter was involved with Mark Trew, Oisin Delaney found an open and he was able to neutralize Kieron Lacey, throw him against the post, and out of nowhere stood behind Charlie Carter. It's like he knew the black flag was coming. It's like Charlie Carter knew that Oisin would be there. It's incredible the amount of communication they have without even talking or even looking at each other. Their tag team combination is incredible. They are going to become one of the top, if not the top tag team in the UK. The NIC is owning Purpose Wrestling every time they get in that ring.
The NIC remain undefeated here in Purpose. A great effort from the teams with attitude.
They just did not stay down. They refused to quit. It was incredible by TWA.
Yeah, but in the end, the NIC found a way to just keep Mark Trew down for the 3. And we are going to send it to the back now to hear from the NIC and the teams with attitude.
Teams with attitude. They've got attitude, they've got moxie, they've got spunk. What they don't have is 3 back-to-back victories in Purpose. There's only one team that's got that. The NIC.
3 shows, 3 victories. And each time, like I said, we stack them up, we knock them down. We are the dominant tag team in Purpose. I've told you before and I'll say it again. Step your game up, Purpose Wrestling.
Well done, brother. Cheers, it's alright. It's well done. But it's our second bloody loss on Purpose. We said last time that we were going to come back and get the dub, but we went against the NIC. I know, it's just the NIC. They might have won 3 times, but it doesn't mean that they're any better than the guys with attitude. So next time at Purpose, next time, we're not only going to train hard, we're not going to quit, we're going to attend every session of training that we can, just to prove to everyone, including Purpose Management, that we are best tag team here. And you guys can believe that.
Our next match is a singles match between the O.J.M.O and Fabio Romano.
This is going to be very interesting. The O.J.M.O asked for competition, and I don't think he looks at Fabio Romano as worthy competition. The reaction to this match when it was announced was actually incredible online. From everyone seemed excited about it, looking forward to it, except the O.J.M.O.
Now, why do you think that is, David? What do you think his thought process was there?
To be fair, from the last show, he did say that he wanted a challenge. He wanted to be challenged, and I think he feels disrespected because he feels like Fabio's not a worthy opponent.
Now, David, O.J.M.O normally comes out here all cocky, full of attitude, points at his own name on the screen, but he doesn't look happy here. And he is wearing a Fabio Romano t-shirt. What do you think he's doing there?
Playing mind games. That's what he does. He's good at them. I don't know. Bobby, I think this is not going to bode well for Fabio Romano. This O.J.M.O, I've sat here on this chair next to you and said so many times how his confidence is both his strength and his downfall. Because he can get too much in his own head. He can make himself stand in front of himself. This is a focused O.J.M.O. Look at him. This is not the same O.J.M.O that will play around with you and think that he's in more control than what it actually is.
Focused O.J.M.O is a scary O.J.M.O.
I am afraid of what's going to happen to Fabio Romano. Obviously, I'm not counting Fabio Romano out, but the men that Fabio Romano is facing today may be someone that no one has ever faced before.
And we saw how he reacted in his last 2 matches, David, here in Purpose. When DeReese started to take it to him, OJ got serious. He wouldn't let go of that half crab. And then in his last match against Rex Armstrong, he, as I quote, worked the head.
What exactly? The brain, as he says. That reaction is incredible. Fabio Romano is so popular, and he has such great moments here in the Merton art space.
But will he be able to pull one of those special moments here out against this focused O.J.M.O?
This crowd believes so. They're welcoming back.
Oh, he's full of fire. He's full of confidence.
Is it fuego? How do you say fire in Italian?
No, that's Spanish, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuego,
Yeah.
I don't know. My Italian's
Google
pretty
it.
poor. Now, David, the fans are behind Fabio, like you said, but is it that they're behind Fabio, or are they against the O.J.M.O?
I do think they're behind Fabio, you know. Fabio Romano is almost a cult favorite here at the Merton art space and in the London wrestling scene. To be fair, he has had a few moments of shine, including a match with DDT superstar Chris Brooks, and he is the winner of the Kafka Cup. In this venue, in this ring, he won the prestigious Kafka Cup.
Now, those are some accolades, David, but did you find out what Italian for fire was?
It's a fuoco.
Yeah, I think we're still going to have to bleep that.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it properly or not.
We'll ask Fabio after the match.
Fuoco. Maybe something like that. Fuoco. Maybe that's my Italian.
Oh!
There it is! That's what I was talking about!
The attitude of O.J.M.O, he's not happy and he's not going to let this one slide. He jumped Fabio Romano before the match here.
Oh my god, he's brutalizing Fabio Romano in front of our eyes. I don't think this match will go long.
No, O.J.M.O is going to look to... Well, the match hasn't even started yet, David. The referee hasn't called for the bell. It might not even start.
Paying such good attention. You should do commentary sometimes. Oh, wow!
And that penalty kick to the spine of Fabio. The agony all across his face.
As opposed to the nothingness, the emptiness of the O.J.M.O's face.
Now, did you hear the O.J.M.O then? He was saying check him, start the match. Looks like Fabio's good to go here. But I don't know if that's the right idea. The bell is rung and we are actually underway.
Martin Raymondson knows what he's doing. I trust that he's doing the best for the competitors. I've seen him in the ring and he does the best for my own health. I'm pretty sure he was asking in terms of his Fabio's mind. Has Fabio's mind quit? Because apparently, as we can see, Fabio's body hasn't quit. Look at that!
And now he's got some momentum. He took those strikes the O.J.M.O gave him and he's fighting back. He's no pushover, David. The O.J.M.O may not have been happy about it, but Fabio is not a pushover in the ring.
I'm sure that the O.J.M.O is not expecting to be backdropped or to get his face smashed against that knee or to be thrown to the outside like that.
Clothesline over the top, and O.J.M.O is reeling into the front row here.
Here comes
Fabio's
Fabio
winding
Romano!
And a Lope takes him through into the Purpose art space, into the crowd, onto the floor, and Fabio is on fire here.
What I really wonder is what happens to the O.J.M.O's psyche once this happens.
Psyche.
Psyche, thank
Psyche.
you. I can't speak this language, I appreciate it. What happens to the O.J.M.O's psyche once it happens? I'm sure he was not expecting that Fabio Romano would even lay a finger on him, let alone get all this string of offense like he did. Is the O.J.M.O so bewildered that he's gonna make a mistake and actually may lose this match?
And
This may be it!
And he nearly held him down. O.J.M.O's face says it all. He's shocked about this.
I wonder what would happen if Fabio Romano would have been able to put a technically perfect cover. He's clearly emotional about it. He's trying to get it as quickly as possible. He wants to teach a lesson to the O.J.M.O, show to everyone that he's not to be messed with. And unfortunately, maybe that distracted him making like a perfectly technical cover. Let's see what he's thinking about now. What is Fabio Romano going for?
I've got to wonder how this match would have started if OJ hadn't done the jump. They're going in for a DDT. OJ causes some separation, and that spinning back elbow to the jaw, and that is it. The momentum of Fabio Romano has been cut off just like that.
That was a killer, and look at the energy from the O.J.M.O. The zone, the trance that he got himself into. And if before he was trying to end this match as quickly as possible, that is the look of a man who is going to make Fabio Romano pay for having the audacity of fighting back.
Now, I think the crowd believes that getting under OJ's skin is going to help Fabio. I think it's just winding OJ up. I think he's going to use that frustration. I think he's going to take it out on Fabio Romano here.
The relationship between the O.J.M.O. and the Purpose audience has been very well documented. These are people who keep chanting O.J.M. O.J.O. no?
OJ no more.
O.J. no more. There you go. That's the one.
And dickhead in the jeans.
Yes, and they steal away something that the O.J.M.O. treasures a lot, which is moments for him to shine and get the attention on himself. Almost posing moments in the ring, like this one. When he says, now we play before the half crab, the audience is stealing that away from him. And the O.J.M.O. doesn't react to it the way that we're expecting him to.
I don't know if you called it... There we go, now you suck. Now, I don't know if you called it earlier, David. They started... Oh,
look at that!
Roll up here by Fabio. Nearly had the O.J.M.O. down. O.J.M.O. cuts him off again with that kick straight to the midsection. I don't know if you caught it earlier, David. The crowd was chanting Fabio's name in the timbre of Now We Play. Another way of getting under his skin.
Oh, he caught Fabio. He's going for that for... Oh!
Was that a low blow?
Looked like it.
He looked like he caught him in the crossbody, but that was quite deep in the crotch there, if you don't mind.
I'll tell you. Oh no, is he going to be disqualified? Oh, he's going to lose against Fabio Romano by disqualification?
The referee's thinking about it.
Hey, listen, if there's someone that can sneak a low blow in,
What a quick roll up
look at this man! Was Fabio faking it? Oh!
I don't know if he's faking it, David, but in football they call that playing the advantage.
Oh, so cheating?
No, the referee was deciding, and Fabio decided, you know what, I'll take the decision out of your hands. Let's keep this match going.
Ah, I see what you're talking about. I get it. Incredible combination there by Fabio Romano, who gets the O.J.M.O. down after that big clothesline. We'll see what Fabio Romano will do. Fabio Romano is in control. I can't believe I'm saying this. Fabio Romano is in control of this match.
Looking for a Canadian destroyer here. But no, O.J.M.O. blocks it, holds on to Fabio's legs. He's not going to allow that to happen.
Oh, here we go. He's going to drop Fabio right on his head.
This could be it, David. If he drops this, no, Fabio's fighting.
Oh, he's
another roll-up.
Oh my God!
And another close count. I've lost count of the amount of close counts that Fabio has now had on the O.J.M.O.
The tenacity of Fabio Romano, he just keeps fighting no matter what and finding ways to try and get the win from the O.J.M.O. It's incredible how surprising his performance has been. I'm sure he's impressing everyone.
Oh, now OJ's got him stuck on the second rope there. I know you don't like it, David, but he's looked for that cheeky Nando's kick.
The undisputed cruiserweight champion is looking to send a message to the undisputed heavyweight champion, and he's lost it because of that!
Frankensteiner! Oh my God, O.J.M.O. is twitching. He landed on the top of his head. Now Fabio needs to regroup here, take advantage of what he's just done.
The O.J.M.O. tried to be cheeky and he paid for it with that poison runner. Could this be it? Is Fabio Romano winning this match? Oh!
4-0 knee. That's got to be it. O.J.M.O. could end it here if he wants. But he's what's he looking for, David?
This is the move he used to defeat Rex Armstrong. But he needs to show off.
Springboard moonsault off the top.
He's not even going for the pin. He wants to send a message to Fabio Romano and everyone at the back.
And a second springboard moonsault. The O.J.M.O. just needs to end this now.
Is he going for the third one? Just because he can? I believe he's going for it. Incredible springboard moonsault just because he can.
That's it. It's all over.
Oh wow.
Now the unsportsmanlike conduct of the O.J.M.O. here, like, it doesn't surprise me normally, David, but you'd think he'd take the win.
That's you think that he'd be this desperate for the win after everything that has happened to him in this match right now. But here we go. We go back to the idea of his confidence.
It looks like he's looking to get him Fabio into the Styles class position here.
Yeah, he's not. Maybe he's going for a pile driver. No, there it is. Yes.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Looking directly at the audience, drops down into that half.
That's insane. It's like he thought of the most contrived way of putting Fabio Romano in the half grab, only to do it out of spite.
The look on his face says everything you need to know. He's not happy about this situation. He's not happy about the crowd. He's not happy about his choice of opponent. And from what I heard, David, he made it clear earlier that he wasn't happy with purpose management.
Yeah, I don't know what the point. Okay, he was supposed to comment the second half, right? I was going to do the first one, he's going to do the second. And what did he say? He said that he had other commitments?
Yeah, he originally was scheduled, but last night, before the show, he said that he couldn't do it and he would be elsewhere.
Yeah, well, good thing we obviously found a more than suitable... Okay, here we go.
Get the hell out of my room.
Tell you what, the match ended up being exactly what we thought it was going to be, but it took forever to get there because Fabio Romano just wouldn't stay down. That's commendable.
He's got a lot of fight in him, David. And to come up against an opponent like the O.J.M.O, like the form that he is in, he did very well.
The O.J.M.O is telling you to be quiet, by the way. Oh, shut up. Yeah, you should. This is not what he would like for that to happen. He would not like for the story of this match to be all these people chanting Fabio Romano's name. Can you imagine what's going through his mind right now?
Mostly bitter aggression, I would have thought, but that's
a perfect way to describe it.
That's
really good.
That seems to be his recurring mind state nowadays.
Bitter aggression. Put that on a t-shirt. Jesus.
It wasn't that indestructible. Now that you realise he's running the show, there's something I've been wanting to address. Let's be transparent and let's ask the questions, because at the last few shows I've been hearing a few boos.
That's an understatement.
More than a few.
There you go. See, the youth of today get it, but the older ones are a little bit, I don't know, it's a bit odd. I'm trying to understand why you would boo.
The youth are wrong, and so are you. And so are you. The youth are wrong, and so are you.
Look, here's the facts. Some would say that I'm the best wrestler in the country. I just feel like you guys don't appreciate that. You don't appreciate me enough, and I don't get it. So, but again, there are some people cheering me. There's some people booing me. So I'm just gonna ask: do you want to boo the O.J.M.O?
That's a pretty resounding answer there.
I appreciate the fact that he's surprised that's the answer. I wasn't expecting that.
With an egotist like the O.J.M.O, I don't think he understands how anyone doesn't like him.
I hope you understand that if you do decide to boo me, we're going down a road that we may never come back from. So I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you want to boo the O.J.M.O?
What do you think that means, David? A road we can't come back from?
I think he's just going to do to his opponents the same thing that he did to Fabio. He's going to continue to basically drive through his opponents until he gets the wins the way he did. And the aggression, the bitter aggression that he showed today, the different attitude that he showed today, he's going to continue to show it in the next few events. I don't ask me to read the O.J.M.O's mind. I don't know, but if I had to guess, that's what I would thought.
I'm going to throw it to the back now to hear from the O.J.M.O and Fabio Romano.
You want to boo me?
Okay. Almost 2 years. Almost 2 years since Fabio Romano has stepped up right here at the Merton Art Space. And here I am, back. And what happens? I lose again. Yeah. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much I get beaten up. It doesn't matter how much punishment I get. Fabio Romano always fights. Fabio Romano is always ready to step it up. And purpose wrestling, next time you'll see Mr. 24K. He's not gonna play games anymore.
Up next, we have a big tag team match, and we have 3 debuts.
It's so exciting to see this new talent here at Purpose Wrestling, and I am actually very excited about both these debuts.
We have the 87 debuting here.
Oh, no. It's the 8-7. Don't make that mistake. There's been other people that have made that mistake, and they pay the price for it.
Yeah, the last thing I want is big wavy Roy Johnson chasing me down.
Look at this, man. It's a shame that Warren Banks is not here with them due to having an illness. He won't be able to join them here, but they are still representing, they're still waving the flag, and they're here to make an impact in their debut.
So how do you think Roy Johnson is going to work here with this last-minute change of tag team partner, David?
I am not expecting things to go well, but who knows? It can be surprising, you know. Like Billy Haze, his partner, he is from South London as well. You know, maybe they have more in common than we can think of. Of course, Alexander Roth is accompanying them to the ring. Roth is injured at the moment still. He had a bit of an issue with his lungs and his chest, so he's still not clear to compete. He's definitely clear to accompany his partner to the ring and to represent the 87 in the best way. So gladly we have Billy Haze to jump in at the last minute as a great replacement for this match. I think it makes the match maybe even a bit more exciting because, like, is the 87, is Roy Johnson and Billy Haze going to be able to coexist?
Now, Billy has some experience here in the Merton Art Space for Purpose Wrestling, and it was in a tag team match. Do you think that's going to be a factor here?
Who knows? We'll see. I'm just excited to find out. You're excited about Roy Johnson. He's one of your favorites, right?
Oh, he is. He is a South London boy. He is a Crystal Palace fan like myself, and I hope that we can discuss that after the show.
I'm not sure if he's very approachable enough. You know that when the ring announcers go to him and ask him, I saw this. Jesse went to him to ask him where do you want to be announced, where are you from, and he goes, "Don't ask questions, South London."
I mean, that is the South London attitude.
Yeah. Here he comes.
Now, like I said, David, Billy has got one match here at Purpose under his belt.
I know.
It was against you.
I kicked him in the face and dropped him on his head. It was great.
So do you think...
you can actually go back and watch that match. Can I say that?
Do it.
You can go back and watch that match. Go ahead. Here on the YouTube channel, there's like a maybe on the top right or something, there's that eye. We'll put the link to that match there.
Yeah. Whack the link to the match there so everyone can see you pile driving Billy Haze.
Yes, do it. The crowd keeps chanting Billy, no mates at Billy, which is a shame.
Now this is a debut I am excited for, David.
Here we
the
go.
Sunshine Machine are here and it is party time in Merton Art Space.
They are exciting, they are fun to watch, and they just bring the energy in the room to a different level. They've been doing this for years now, and this might be the moment for Sunshine Machine to really claim their spot as one of the top tag teams in the UK. I personally believe they are, and I am sure they will show that to everyone, and maybe that starts right here today with their debut at Purpose Wrestling.
I'm sorry to everyone else in Purpose Wrestling, but they might have the best theme song as well.
Oh, come on.
Everyone knows them, the Sunshine Machine!
And whenever the Sunshine Machine are in the ring, you know...
Oh, here we go.
And Billy and Roy Johnson have started this one early. Roy Johnson taking Chuck Mambo off the ring rope there.
And Billy Haze going after TK Cooper. I'm not sure if it was a strategy or if they just decided that while they were in the ring. But hey, if you're gonna try to have an advantage against a team that has experience teaming together, then maybe doing this, not even giving them the opportunity of doing any sort of tag team offense and working together, may be the key to win.
I do wonder if they even spoke to each other before the match, David. I think they're both just aggressive enough to jump someone at the drop of a hat.
You think one of them started running and the other one just saw that happening and went as well?
I'm in.
It's like you're from South London. You'll tell me better than me. If you're with friends and one of them starts a fight, then all of you will be involved in a fight no matter what, right?
You got to have your boys back.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to have your boys back.
Exactly.
Now the match still isn't underway. The ring. Oh,
look at that!
Pump kick from both members of Sunshine Machine. TK with a low pay to Billy Haze. And Mambo with a toe pay to Roy Johnson, sending him reeling into the audience.
That's what happens when you give Sunshine Machine space. They turn that space into an opportunity, and they are able to turn things around in their favor. Billy Haze is now in the ring with Chuck Mambo, and finally the match can start.
And even after the jump, it looks like Sunshine Machine are going to start this one with the advantage. Chuck Mambo up to the top rope there with a springboard. Jump over the arm of Roy Johnson.
That was awesome!
And a big lucha style arm drag there. Was that Roth or Roy Johnson?
That was Roth. Alexander Roth tried to get involved, and Mambo jumped over Alexander Roth to be able to continue on the offense. That's incredible.
Now you notice the referee did.
Look at that!
And a springboard moonsault into the cover. This could be over as soon as it starts, David.
DK Cooper is incredible. Listen, I was talking about underrated earlier and saying that Sunshine Machine are still one of the most underrated teams. I believe, you want a hot take? You ready for a hot take?
I'm ready for a hot take, David.
DK Cooper is the most underrated wrestler in the UK right now.
But he's really highly rated. Everyone wants him.
Exactly. My point, the point I was making earlier about the team, I make about DK Cooper even more. Right? DK Cooper, when given the chance, is able to be toe-to-toe and defeat some of the greatest names in the UK, and dare I say in the world, to be fair. He is incredibly underrated, and it's great to have him. Look at that, like he's just been on top of his game the entire time. Was that Roth?
I think Roth just tripped TK, giving Billy Haze a chance to do that flatliner. Keeps TK down for a 2. But it was the gap they were looking for, and now Roy and Billy can start to work TK over in the corner. Can we see some tag team cohesion from these two?
We saw some 3-team cohesion between these three, Interesting how TK, obviously, he was ready for the numbers game when it was like a 2-on-1 scenario. He's been through that so many times, but he did not see Roth interfering as well. It's the numbers game playing in favor of the 87 and Billy Haze.
Now, I think Roth, despite his injury, is going to be a factor on the outside here. Roy goes for a cover on TK, and TK just rolls out.
Roy Johnson looking incredible. He's been working very hard on his conditioning, on his physique, on the athleticism of his body.
Now, you've seen this, David, behind the referee's back. Roth has started working the head of TK Cooper there, holding him in the corner so Roy could stamp on him.
That's what they do. That's the numbers game in play, and I think that TK knew that was going to happen into this match. That's tactics that he should expect, and to be fair, that's tactics that we should all expect.
Now we know that the Sunshine Machine, they're going to go for their tag team maneuvers, their tag team cohesion. They're going to work together as a team in this match. Johnson going for a colour here. TK kicks out. What kind of tactics do you reckon we can expect from Roy Johnson and Billy Haze?
I don't think you'll be able to see a lot of tag team offense between them. I'm sure they have time to think about it a little bit, but I don't see the 87 very keen on having Billy Haze as a team with him, So I don't know if they discuss strategy or anything. But it is a great contrast between the power and the strength of Roy Johnson against the athleticism and the quickness of Billy Haze. And maybe that pairing somehow will cook something that will give the 87 and Billy Haze a way to neutralize TK's and Mambo's experience in tag team matches.
Now I think one of Billy's strongest points, if when he gets
there's the power!
That power, that Irish whip through the bottom and second rope.
I'm sure that he probably hit the post, but it's not enough to keep him down. Look at the back of TK Cooper. Look at the marks on that back.
Now already he looks desperate to get that tag to Chuck Mambo. And I think you see Mambo is agitated. He's ready to get in. Now Billy is in. I think one of Billy's strongest points is he's scrappy, David.
Yeah, he just keeps coming at you, right? Like a pit bull.
You can take him down and he'll be back up. As you know, David, you gave him one of your biggest elbows I've ever seen in the last match. And was he back up? He got back up and went back for you.
He did. Like, listen, Billy's not an easy opponent to keep down. He actually, there's a cover again. Here he comes. After that back elbow. Keeps working on TK Cooper and being on top of him. I've actually teamed with Billy a lot before lockdown, you know. And he is a very proficient tag team wrestler. He's very good at working in a team, knowing it, like finding chemistry with the other person and working together. And I'm sure that he will be a positive factor into this tandem of himself and Roy Johnson.
We're going in for a color here. Now you can see that tag team knowledge coming out here. He's still keeping TK away from Chuck. Now TK is reaching towards Chuck, but Billy will stop that. Yeah, Billy knew how much time he had. He waited. He gave TK a bit of false hope there.
That's the mind game. Do you imagine like just being in the ring and other wrestlers doing that to you? You believing that you finally have some sort of opening only to get that taken away from you. Oh. I mean, it's what we do, but listen, it sucks, you know? It sucks to have the hope sucked out of you like that.
And Billy knows exactly what he's doing. There's mind games. Like you said, he's a proficient tag wrestler. He's also a proficient singles wrestler. And he's only 21.
Oh yeah, you were marveled by finding that out the other day, right? How young he is, how much potential he has.
We had a conversation and he told me he was 21 and I was. And a big pump handle backbreaker across the knee by Roy Johnson into the cover. How many more of these big moves can TK take, David?
I don't know, but there's definitely a focus by especially Roy Johnson on the back of TK Cooper, and that can cost TK, if not now, even if he gets that tag to Chuck Mambo, later in the match when they bring out the big guns and set up the big tag moves that Sunshine Machine are known for.
And if TK's going to get out, he's going to need a rest here. He's going to need, like you say, a break before executing any of those. And a huge kick to the jaw there.
Oh, he caught him! He caught him!
And a T-bone suplex. Now this could be the moment TK Cooper was waiting for. Huge T-bone suplex. Roy Johnson is on the mat. There's a bit of separation. TK's just trying to figure out which corner to go to.
At the same time, Roy Johnson is going to his corner as well. If he gets there first, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of hope for Sunshine Machine.
And Mambo is in the ring. He goes for that big swinging kick over Billy Haze. Billy misses. Double chops to the chest. Running splash into Billy Haze. And a running forearm. And Mambo kips up and he is full of fire, David.
He's not your boy toy, is Chuck Mambo. He's in control. And Billy keeps fighting. There's the scrappiness that you were talking about.
Back elbow by Chuck Mambo. Billy
what is he doing?
Another springboard arm drag. Sends Billy into the corner and another splash. Mambo getting a head of steam. Double knees to the chest.
And he goes after Roy Johnson. Chuck Mambo is everywhere.
And a wrecking ball drop kick to the face. Now Mambo knows what he needs to do. He knows the trouble TK Cooper got in. And now he knows that he's got to work both members of this ad hoc team.
He's going to try and get TK in. Apparently he does.
This could be too soon.
Well, we'll see. TK apparently is ready to go.
Up into that gory bomb position and a cutter.
Oh, that was cool.
That was very cool.
That was
Making
really
sure
cool.
Roy Johnson can't interfere. And a 2 count. Now, do you think him taking down Roy Johnson there gave Billy enough time to just get his wherewithal?
Maybe. Sometimes you need to do choices like that when you're in a tag team scenario. Are you going to make sure the other person doesn't interfere, or are you going to go straight for the cover and risk their partner breaking up the pin?
Now, here it is. Here is that tag team offense we've been talking about, David. Roll through, onto the feet, and a German suplex.
Did you see the height Billy Haze went to?
Now, I've heard something about the Sunshine Machine, David. And that is the greatest team are TK Mambo Sunshine Machine. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm sure that song just stays in your head.
Yeah, I can't stop singing it.
This time they didn't stop Roy Johnson from breaking that pin, and Roy had the wherewithal to bring Billy into his corner and get the tag. He's the legal man in. It's him and TK, if I'm not mistaken.
Chuck looked to springboard, but he saw Roy Johnson was waiting for him and changed his mind. But the hesitation cost him. What a forearm by Roy Johnson. The jaw of TK Cooper rocked.
Oh, here comes
and
the pounce!
What a pounce!
Turned TK inside out. Did you see that?
Get him up into that power slam position.
Here comes the pin. Look at that. It's going to be it.
Where did Chuck Mambo come from? And Billy Haze gives a receipt in kind of flying crossbody.
There are bodies flying everywhere in this match, Bobby.
Now there's some tag team knowledge by Billy Haze. He pulled Roy Johnson to his corner so he can make himself the legal man.
But he's still tired. He's not 100%. Look at that. And Roy Johnson also doesn't know exactly where he is. They seem to be ready to do some sort of double team offense.
What are they looking for here? Is it going to be a power slam DDT combo maybe? No, a miscommunication.
Oh.
Roth is nearly taken out on the apron there. Billy kick. Oh, he missed. He missed TK. Big kick to Roy Johnson. Took down Roth.
Oh no, the 87 are going to have Billy Haze as #1 enemy from now on.
And he really isn't going to have any mates from now on.
Big knee to TK Cooper.
TK doesn't look like he's struggling. He's coming back up.
Is he? What's happening? That makes sense.
I forgot he's Samoan.
Yes, I keep forgetting it as well. Of course, he's Samoan.
And TK Cooper's got Billy Haze up for a burning hammer. What is this? Chuck Mambo's in position. Burning hammer into the bad burrito. And that is it. This could be over. And the Sunshine Machine get the win here.
That was an incredibly hard-hitting match, but it's so interesting how in the end Sunshine Machine get out of this with a victory. I think the fact that they're the actual experienced team gives them the advantage in this match. They are able to fend off the double and triple offense by 87 and Billy Haze, and in the end, they get the win by isolating one of their opponents. That's key, and it's just another win to add to their incredible resume.
Now the Sunshine Machine will always have each other's back, and I don't think the same could be said for Billy Haze and Roy Johnson, especially after this match.
I am not excited about the fact that I now have to go backstage and give this chair to someone else, because I do not want to encounter the 87 or Billy Haze backstage.
Now we're going to throw it to the back to hear from both teams here. The winners, Sunshine Machine and Billy Haze and Roy Johnson.
Couple of sunrises for the winners on our debut at Purpose Wrestling. It seemed hard enough, TK, for us to beat the 877-887, but then you throw in Billy. Oh my God, he's a madman. He's a sad man, and he has got some wrestling prowess. But who's got more prowess? Who's the best? We are not just two singles. We're one. We're a living great team, man. That's what I think about things.
Don't step over the market, man. But it goes without saying. Purpose fans, Brit Rest fans, World Wrestling fans, a tag team wrestling. You're looking at the absolute best of men's combat doubles, and we proved it tonight. Doesn't matter if it's a hodgepodge team of Roy Johnson and William Haze, whether it had been the Nigerian Kaiju. Best wishes to you, Warren. I hope you feel better soon.
I actually sincerely do.
Because if you come back, just know we'll be waiting. We'll be waiting. If the X7 want to come back full strength, then we'll be waiting. If any other teams in the back, they want to give it the biggins and say they're the best representative of tag team wrestling in London, in Brit Rest, in general, be warned that if you step across the ring from us, doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what promotion, especially if it's in Purpose, if you step across the ring from the Headbutt Messiah, TK Cooper, from the Plant Daddy, remember, when you step across the ring from us, we always leave them looking like fools, because everybody knows
Sunshine Machine rules. Stay on the line, my wait, study the game.
You okay?
I'm good. He might have just reignited the injury, but I think I'll be alright. Wait.
Purpose Wrestling. The premier wrestling promotion in South London. Where am I from?
South London?
Where are you from?
South London.
Why am I from? Anyway, this is the big promotion in this area. And I want to make my debut, I want to make some noise. I want to make a big splash. Half an hour from where I live, but want to be today. Why was that?
I mean, it's nothing to do with you, nothing to do with me. I mean, there's that Billy Haze character in it, so I mean, who invited him to the party anyway? I don't
If it's because it wasn't me, it's you.
No, it won't be, bro. I'm saying, put Billy Haze with us, and then this is what happens. We lose. But if Warren Banks is here, then I'm sure the story will be a little bit different. Just want to say, get well soon, Warren Banks as well.
Get well, Big Warren.
And me, I'm injured too.
Get well.
I'll be fine.
Okay, you'll be fine.
But don't worry about it. Next time, when the 8-7 arrive, we're gonna see how the story really plays out. Okay.
First wrestling. That's 2 times now. That's 2 times. Robin, take pictures. That's 2 times. First time, you brought me in here to elevate Solomon Lamb and Kieron. That's the first time. I made them look good. I tagged with them. I made them shine above everyone else. And they distracted me. They distracted me to make me lose that match. Second time, I got put in there with Big Wavy Roy Johnson and Alexander Roth, and they distracted me again. They distracted me the second time. That's 2 times I've been put in a tag team. I've been distracted by my tag partners. Purpose. We need to sort this out. I am a damn fine professional wrestler, if I don't say so myself. I need to be given the opportunity to not bring people along with me. Just give me my opportunity to shine. Purpose. I'm going to be back. And I'm going to shine. I'm going to do it. I swear. I promise.
Welcome back. We are here for the second half of Under the Storm. David Francisco has gone to prepare for his match with Mad Kurt, but I am joined by the Tyrannosaurus Rex Armstrong.
Thanks for having me, Bobby. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to lie. I've had a few beers, but you know, a lot of people say I have a drinking problem, but I only have a problem when I don't get a drink. So we're all good.
It's good. You're lean for the second half of this show, Rex. We're going to have some fun.
I'm lucid.
So she can be aggressive, she can be feisty, but she has got a bit of technical ability there to go with it. She's going to look at probably grounding the more experienced Laura DiMatteo early in this match, not allowing Laura to get ahead of steam.
I mean, I think what Laura's got to try and not get caught up in is how awesome her coat is for Ava White. That's the first hurdle to get over. What a quality, amazing coat.
Now that there with the coat shows a lot about her attitude. Our ref Oscar offered to take her coat, just dropped it on the floor rather than hand it to him.
And what a lovely coat as well.
Yeah,
just dropped it on the floor. Maybe she means business. That's what it tells me.
She does mean business. Now we've got the very experienced Laura DiMatteo now making her Purpose Wrestling debut. This is exciting because these 2 women are both debuting here, going to show the Purpose fans what they've got.
Making her way to the ring, probably to me. She is as real as they come. It's Laura DiMatteo!
Now you got to think here, Laura's going to play the technical game, the ground game, the submissions, and she's got a big arsenal of strikes too, Rex. Now what Ava's going to do is use her size advantage, I think, over Laura.
Yeah, I think Ava's clearly got the strength advantage over Laura, but I think the thing that can't be underestimated here is just the experience and match readiness that Laura DiMatteo has.
You know, she's got several years under her belt, and this is going to be an interesting one. It is power versus experience. It's technique versus size.
And you've got to believe whatever Ava can bring to the table, it's got to be something that Laura hasn't already seen. And I think Laura has generally seen it all and probably has accounted for it. So Ava White's got to work really hard here to sort of get under Laura's skin.
Just as you said, Rex, Ava goes straight into that headlock. Laura slips out the back. That's not going to be good enough. That's not going to catch Laura DiMatteo out here. And same again. Now I think the fans are going to be behind Laura DiMatteo here, and I think that because of Ava's ego, that's going to get under her skin a bit. A test of strength. I don't think Laura's going to want to compete with this without there we go. Some wrestling technique. Break the left wrist off there of Ava. Start working the right one.
Smart from Ava White though. She's checking where she's in the ring, looking to see if she can break with a rope break.
Nice kip up there. And Laura takes her straight back down. That top wrist lock into a key lock.
Laura showing her strength there as well. Technique and leverage is what brought her down there.
Got her hips lower than Ava's there, so she can pull her back down.
Ava looking frustrated now though. She's got to try and not sort of let that get to her, because you know Laura's got the experience and she's got the patience here to sort of grind Ava down.
Now, if there's any kind of inexperience Ava's got here, it's going to show in that frustration as well. So she's going to let that get to her. She's going to get worked up. Although the frustration there worked in her favour. Just a solid right hand to the jaw of Laura DiMatteo.
I mean, Follow. Oh, beautiful arm drag from Laura there.
The second to follow it up. Now this is the chain wrestling that Ava's got to avoid. There we go. Step out of the way.
Again, smart by Ava. I think she's got good ring awareness here. She sort of seems to always know where she is and how to use it to her advantage. Just like that.
A double throat chop. Throws Laura into the corner. She's got to start working the midsection now. Oh no! Now she the crowd got to her, and now she's going to start giving it back. Strong Irish whip to the far side of the ring, and she threw all of her size and her weight into that clothesline. Great cartwheel and into a diving elbow to the ground, and Laura DiMatteo is worse for wear.
Perfect summary of Ava White there. Graceful and powerful. Does a cartwheel, smashes someone in the face.
It is a real combination of style and beauty, isn't it? Now, snap suplex. The base of Laura's spine hit the ramp. This could be it. Now, did you notice, Rex, that in that close 2 count, Ava had her hand across Laura's face, making it harder to kick out?
I think the plan here from Ava seems to be, sort of regardless of the move she's given her, is to just stay on top of Laura and try and not let her catch her breath. She's winding her with all these moves and then putting her hand on her throat. That's just it's hard. If you can't catch your breath, you can't fight back.
Great backbreak. Again, working that midsection like you said, Rex, into a cover and a close fall there.
Full body cover as well, which is just keeping all her weight on Laura, and you can't seem to sort of get any energy back when all you're thinking about is desperately trying to get some oxygen in your body.
Now we're talking about the experience of DiMatteo, but Ava White does not look out of place here in terms of experience. He said good body coverage, the hand on the face, the technique.
I'm very impressed so far.
Laura, this is where Ava's got to be careful. She can't allow Laura to start fighting back. Oh, what a great scorpion kick! And Laura's out. She could be out. I think that was all instinct there, that experience there, like the wherewithal to hear that count. Again, the hand to the face, trying to force Laura back into the canvas.
I mean, we were talking about the experience of Laura there, but what experience from Ava White? She sees that Laura's trying to create some separation, she might be starting to fight back, just slips that kick in out of nowhere.
Laura DiMatteo looks to float up and over. Ava steps back and starts working the calf.
Again, just trying to not giving her any space, not letting her catch her breath. I'm impressed there.
You notice how also, like we've seen the NIC use and others, and the O.J.M.O use previously, she's not afraid to bend the rules.
No, definitely not.
Laura, this time the float over works into a roll up. Deep roll up there, and Ava manages to kick out. She was stacked high on her shoulders. Comes straight back up and starts
straight up with a kick to the gut.
That midsection of Laura DiMatteo has got to be sore now. The boots, the backbreaker, the suplex, the spine has got to be tingling. The axe kick to the back and just adding more. It does seem that the goal of Ava White is to work that midsection.
It's a smart strategy. You can't think of from my own experience, you can't think of your own strategy of what your next move is when the only thing your brain is thinking about is breathe some more air. You need more air. It becomes all consuming. Laura fighting through here though. Oh, Ava just back on top of her.
Now, one of Laura's big techniques is she's got a variety of submissions, but without that core strength, there's not many of them she's going to be able to execute thoroughly. But that core's got to be on fire.
And there's not a lot you can hold on for very long. If you're still gasping for air, you can't really keep.
And a great head scissor takedown by Laura DiMatteo. Now trading forearms, and Laura's got the advantage. Ava can't even get one in. Laura's blocking every single one. Kicks to the thigh. But Ava was desperate to create some separation with a step up into Guri from Laura DiMatteo. As you can see that fire now.
Great work from Laura there. She worked so hard to get some separation, followed out perfectly with that enziguri. Then a drop kick to the knee there.
A short DDT, and Ava could be out. That could be it.
Tight cover.
Great technique, and again, employing what Ava used, the forearm across the face. Now, whoever's going to be first to get to their feet is definitely going to have the advantage. Although Laura's been on top, Ava spent a lot of the first half of this match on top. And there it is, she had the wherewithal to...
I think Laura's still trying to get her breath back here. She gave over too much time there.
And a split stunner?
I think so, definitely. Very impressive. Loved it.
That could have been it. That was a close count. Like up under the jaw.
A split stunner.
Yeah,
that was great.
That was a great move.
That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that.
You just don't see it coming as well. You see those stunners approach, and then her to go straight down into that split. Laura had no idea what was coming there.
That's got 2 fists for the hair on Laura here as well. Vicious.
She's looking for a pile drive here, maybe a power on. No, looking for a Gotch pile driver.
Someone tell David.
David Francisco will not be happy with that. Laura rolls her through.
Oh, there we go.
Close cover again. And a code breaker right to the jaw and the nose.
I think that did get her right in the nose there. She looks very rocked here.
Holding her nose. Now Laura knows she's got the advantage. What's she looking for here? Russian? No, not so much Lacey. She rolls through into an octopus stretch.
It's a seated octopus that she likes to employ here.
No, it's the elbow in the ribs as well. And
that's painful. That's painful right there.
Hitting her across the jaw with the leg. And Ava White taps out. And Laura DiMatteo gets her first win in purpose in her debut. Ava White puts up a great fight. Ava White puts up a great fight here in her debut, but not enough to beat the experience of Laura DiMatteo.
I don't care how strong you are, how graceful you are. When Laura DiMatteo's got you on the mat, she's trying to separate, your collarbone and that shoulder from the body. You're gonna tap. You are going to tap.
What a great singles match here at the Merton Art Space. We are going to throw it to the back and we are going to talk to the winner of this match, Laura DiMatteo, as well as Ava White, to see what she thinks.
Laura DiMatteo just debuted for Purpose Wrestling. And I debuted with a bang. I tapped out Ava White. And I plan on coming back and tapping out the best women wrestlers. So you can get whoever you want. And you can get ready to see Laura DiMatteo back.
Laura DiMatteo, you may have just made me tap out, but don't you dare forget about our first match. Remember that? When I got you 1, 2, 3, so I deserve a rematch, and I can assure you that I'm gonna get one. And I am gonna beat you, just like I did the first time.
Up next, we have a singles match. It is David Francisco versus Mad Kurt. I am excited for this one, Rex. How about you?
I hate this guy. Oh man, I cannot put into words how much. Not you, Bobby. I feel like you might think that was me saying I hate you.
Could have been
which is not even remotely true. I quite like you. I'm not like David trying to get in trouble with wrestlers. But this man, who still hasn't even come out, which winds me up. Oh, I hate this guy so much.
Now this is his big debut, and he's got a singles match against the so far undefeated David Francisco. David's got a big win in a singles match and a big win in a tag match. He's got some momentum going forward.
And how much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet, Bobby? He is not taking that into account.
No, you're right, he probably isn't taking that into account. All he cares about...
You can tell already. Look at him.
He's a troll. He is a troll. That's who he is. And you see, he just trolled our ring announcer, Jess. Went for those high fives, straight into a dab.
But if there's one person, I think if there's one person that... There you go, listen to that crowd. Blimey.
Yeah, this is a... You can see how much that's already getting under his skin.
As a troll, that's the last thing you want to hear, isn't it? That you're not relevant anymore.
Yeah, trolls don't like to be trolled, Rex.
No. As not a troll, I wouldn't know.
What was you going to allude to? Like, I think if there's one person who might be able to shut Mad Kurt up.
I was thinking, if there's one person he shouldn't take lightly,
Yeah.
what I was going to say is it shouldn't be this man, David Francisco, because I think you might end up with a slack jaw.
Yeah, and being dropped on your head for your trouble.
Exactly.
Now, like I said before, he is undefeated. One of those wins was in a tag team match, but the others was in a great heavyweight singles contest against Warren Banks at Mills vs. Breaks, finished what we started. And those two big guys slugged each other in the face repeatedly, and David managed to come out on top. Now the crowd here in Merton are always behind David Francisco. He gets them pumped, they get him pumped. It's a bit of a mutual relationship here.
Again, staying with the theme here though. Great jacket. Great jacket.
So far, we are on the matches you've called, Rex. We are 2 for 2 on great jackets.
I reckon him and Ava shared notes. I can tell already.
And I'll tell you, whoever had a hand in designing that jacket is a good designer.
I agree. Whoever that person is, somewhere in the world. Well done.
Now, what do you think are going to be the tactics of these two men? David is bigger and stronger, but Kurt can get in your head.
Well, I think the trouble is that Curtis has no brain, so he has no tactics, and I think David's tactic is punch Kurt in the face. For me, David, please. For me.
Now, this chant we're hearing here, David's taking it in, and this is a Purpose original chant. It's never been heard anywhere else. It only comes out at Purpose.
Well, actually, what that look on David's face is him not actually knowing what the song is. I've seen that face many times.
He is Portuguese, he doesn't know this language. He tells me that all the time.
All the car journey, you never recognise it.
And already, Kurt is losing his crap. Like, he doesn't know what to do.
You know, David Francisco once told me that he was one of the top 5 professional wrestlers in Portugal. Like that's some kind of thriving professional wrestling scene.
Why did we give him a mic? Why has he got a mic? I don't understand.
Who
gave it to him?
You can't tell me there's more than 5 professional wrestlers in Portugal, David Francisco. That's not a wrestling scene, that's a group chat.
Yeah, well soon, Killer Kelly.
Professional wrestlers in Portugal, it's like saying Monday is in the top 7 days of the week. It's like saying the letter F, it's the top 26 letters of the alphabet. It's like saying Joe, it's in the top 3 Jonas Brothers. And I was told exactly the same joke 3 times in a row and still got more of a crowd reaction than any of your professional wrestling matches.
I think that's quite debatable.
Yeah, not only is it debatable, it means David's going to want to take his head off, and I don't know if that was a wise move by Mad Kurt. I know he likes to troll.
I hate to go back to it, but I just don't think wise is, let alone in his vocabulary, I don't think, like I said, the man doesn't have a brain.
And well, whatever is rattling around in that head of his, I think David's about to knock it senseless.
Like the crowd said, David is about to kill him. I hope. Fingers crossed.
How long do you reckon it'll be before David clatters him on his head and leaves him?
20 seconds.
I don't think Mad Kurt realises that chant isn't directed at David Francisco.
Again, a man with a brain would realise. A man with a brain would.
Did he just do a heel click before facing off against David Francisco?
This guy, honestly.
He can't take when the crowd are not on his side.
This is the trouble, isn't it? He should be keeping his eye on David, but he's too easily distracted by the fans here.
Oh, no.
Wow. Kurt not happy with that. David said, I've made you relevant, well done, and now Curtis is going.
That's the exit. That's where our fans come in.
Can we get just to shut that door? Can we just shut that door now? That's good.
No, he's back. He's back in.
Not what I wanted. Not the result I wanted him coming back, if I'm honest.
Oh, he dabs into the ring.
Goodness me.
Now he's locked up with Francisco, and that is not a wise move. Francisco is bigger, he is stronger, and he's way more experienced.
I think there's a little look in Kurt's eyes there that he realised that he might have bitten off more than he can chew.
He definitely has.
A little bit of desperation in those eyes.
Requesting space from the ref. And now Mad Kurt likes to troll, and David will troll him right back.
Exactly. I think is there a part of Kurt you think there was a bit admired him a bit there for giving it back?
I think it was the palpitations in his chest mostly.
Yeah, probably.
Now you see that? Now Kurt went straight for the eyes, for the face. Now there was no technique, no power. It was straight up cheating. He went for the eyes. Look, David checking his own.
Oh my goodness, this guy.
How many people do you see sing their own theme song in the ring, Rex?
Certainly not in the ring. We all sing our own theme songs backstage. There's a little tidbit for you there, but certainly not when we're then out. Oh.
See that?
Still causing David some trouble there.
You see.
It could just be his luscious locks in his eyes.
He does have a great mane. He's come back after lockdown with this great head of hair.
Does he get his hair so wet?
I hear that he showers for 45 minutes before each match.
Yeah, backstage he just hoards 10 bottles of water, and I thought that's a thirsty man. And they all just go on his head.
They do.
I didn't quite get that one, but again, Kurt really not paying attention to the actual danger in the ring and paying far too much attention to a fan's here.
No, you notice David, he's kept a cool head, he's let Kurt do his tricks, and he's still getting riled up. I think.
Oh, pulling on the hair there.
Twice to the eyes, I think. That
we might be talking too loud, because I think Kurt heard us there.
Yeah.
We've got to be careful. David, there we go.
Just, what is good for the goose, straight to the eyes, straight with the boots and a chop to the back.
Hello, sir.
Now this is the kind of offense I think that Rex Armstrong wanted to see happen to Mad Kurt.
There we go. That's
great drop kick, straight to the heart.
Right in the heart.
This could be over.
I think he immediately started coughing there, didn't he? Which was a drop kick to man so hard he started coughing.
And he kicks up.
Right on the tailbone. Goodness me. And that, I hope he's pooped himself, if I'm honest.
Now David, I don't even think a man of David's experience would normally not allow this to be on top of him, but I think he doesn't see Kurt as a threat. He sees him as the joke that he is.
But do you think that's a mistake? Is David making a mistake there? I know Kurt is making numerous mistakes, this one included.
And can he do it this time? No.
Oh my gosh.
Every time landing on his own tailbone.
Causing himself damage is an interesting tactic. Let's see if it works out.
That rattling around in his head, there's nothing there.
Maybe that's just what's been happening. He's been slowly forcing his spine through his brain from just landing on his tailbone like that so many times. He's self-lobotomised himself.
His brain's come out the top of his head, and here we have.
And now why is he asking? This is what I can't get my head around sometimes. Just give it to him. Go on. Oh no, I thought he was calling for him to kick him. Now he's actually asking for David's assistance.
No, I think. Now David is a very experienced wrestling teacher, and I don't think this is the kind of thing he'll teach.
Definitely not.
How to kip up a skinny boy from Portsmouth.
Not to say David hasn't trained many skinny boys, but certainly not from Portsmouth.
Now this is where you said about David's experience, but
followed up with an average kick up. And now just again. Oh no! See, he did have his eye on David there.
What's he going for here? He goes for a tope through the ropes and takes David into the front row.
Straight into the fans.
Now we maybe underestimated the mind games of Mad Kurt there. Maybe all this was all in his plan to really take David out of it, really make David think he was a joke.
Yeah, but still disappointingly just demanding and quickly asking Martin, our referee, to count him out.
Now there was no way there you go, straight for that cover. David kicks out one. There's no way either of those things.
It's going to take more than that, isn't it?
He was not staying out for 10, and he was not staying down for that pin just from one tope.
There's a lot of life left still in David here, still fighting. And it wouldn't surprise me if Kurt would be very happy with a count-out victory here. Maybe this is what he's aiming for. Back to the outside. Oh my gosh!
If Kurt is looking for that count-out victory, this is what's going to do it. He has smashed David Francisco's head against that corner post and now chooses to dab on the apron.
Oh my God.
But that's neither here nor there. David is rattled.
Someone needs to check David. I think his nose went straight into that metal ring post there, which is going to really make it hard to breathe. I mean, very disorientating. At least put some tears in your eyes and struggle to see where you're going.
Now, Rex, you felt that same corner ring post at our last show from the O.J.M.O's boot.
I did.
It's unpleasant and it rattles you for the rest of the match.
The actual factual hardest part of the ring, I'd like to point out, not the apron, the metal ring posts.
Now Kurt, straight back out the other side of the ring.
He's got to be looking for a count. I suspect that is his plan here.
I think he probably knows he's not got an impact move that may keep David down.
I think you're right there. There's no. See, here we go.
Looking for an armbar on the stage. He's working that wrist, working the fingers.
Oh, that is pain. I can tell you from experience, not from specifically Kurt, but that is painful to have someone moving your fingers around in their sort of sockets and the tendons being popped around. It's horrible.
Now, did you notice Kurt was looking back at the ring the whole time? Not just listening, but watching our referee Martin count.
I think he's done You know, I think we were wondering about his plan there, but I think he might have actually done some damage to David there, because you see he reached for the rope
and a close 2 count.
The pain shot through his hand.
Yeah, he went to pull himself in the ring. Yeah.
And back out again. He's sneaky, this guy, honestly.
Now these are actually getting close, like worryingly close for David Francisco. A 9 on the outside, a 2 count in the ring, and now a big slap to the chest.
I mean, and now sort of changing tactic again, isn't he? I think now that Kurt is confident and feels he's in control, he's going to start being the Kurt we know, which is, excuse me, a dickhead.
Now this dickhead is looking to get ahead of steam. He's going to look.
And this, I mean. Is it wise?
What's he going to look for? Off the stage, jumps at David Francisco. Oh!
Yes!
Yes! Huge left-footed super kick from David Francisco. That left foot has been lethal. It was that left foot that took out Warren Banks in their last match.
Kurt's teeth are somewhere in the back row. I've never been happier.
Kurt may be unconscious there. He hasn't moved since that super kick landed.
Imagine if he loses to the count out.
Now,
irony.
That would be a turn in fortune that would favour David Francisco.
I mean, he's not moving. He's just not moving.
He genuinely hasn't moved a muscle.
He looks a little bit like he's smiling, which I find very creepy. Do you find that?
Yeah, I mean,
a man's unconscious potentially, but he's smiling. What does he know?
He's definitely a bit of a masochist, and he definitely enjoys that. Now what's this? David's going. He's stopping our referee Martin from counting.
Good. No, I agree.
He doesn't want to win like that. He wants to put Mad Kurt out.
There's an element of sometimes I think when you fight people you want to beat them at their own game, but I think beating them the right way is even more important. And David knows that, and that's why he's rolling him back in the ring to hopefully punch him in the face again.
Now we know David wants the satisfaction of that 3 count.
Definitely.
In fact, he's not even allowed Kurt to stay down.
I think it is. Is he out?
He looks unconscious.
I mean, he looks.
Luckily, he doesn't weigh anything because that dead weight is.
Yeah, he weighs about 9 stone soaking wet. He's waking him up.
Now we know David Francisco has recently been employing the catchphrase "Hit me, you coward." And he wants a fight. That shows you that David Francisco doesn't want to win like that. He wants a fight.
Oh my gosh. That's
spat right in the face of Mad Kurt there. Now Kurt looks to be coming around.
He's wobbly though. He's wobbly. And is this wise? I mean, I know David. I feel like he should just be on top of him. That's not going to get the job done, is it?
No, yeah. Something about David Francisco. He does quite enjoy being hit in the face. This way he always challenges his opponent.
Goodness me.
He was not happy.
I mean, is he out again? Is he out again?
He's not moved again. I think that slap from Kurt just...
Oh, no. Let's do it again, David.
Just served to piss David Francisco off. He wants a fight. He doesn't want this like soft touch, this like dirty tactics. He wants to have a fight. Now, did you happen to catch on Twitter?
Did you hear that?
What was that?
Kurt just said, "Is that all you've got, you coward?" And maybe another big mistake from Kurt, followed up by another mistake again.
Now, did you see before this match? What a chop there! The noise echoing out.
I think he's chopped him so hard that he's given him rigor mortis, which is incredible.
Yeah, and David welcoming him for purpose here. Now, did you see that on Twitter, Mad Kurt has been trolling David Francisco in the lead up to this match?
I did. I saw that he, like many people, had a lot to say.
Now, he suggested that being in a library is the appropriate place for David because no one makes noise for him. And I think this crowd here at Purpose is...
Oh, okay. I think he might have telegraphed that slightly there.
Yeah, I think...
And rightfully so. Then with this...
David's calling for quiet.
Oh my goodness! That is a dislocated finger if ever I heard one. And now just paintbrushing him. Oh, and again! Kurt's head just flopping around there. It looks like a Funko Pop. Goodness me.
The Disney exclusive ones with the wobble heads, yeah?
Yes. That's exactly what he looks like. Look at that.
Now he's working Mad Kurt in the corner, stomping a mud.
Right in his neck. Right in his neck.
And how much satisfaction... I don't know who's getting more satisfaction out of this. David Francisco or Rex Armstrong seeing Mad Kurt.
It's me. It's definitely me. Just so we're clear.
Kurt just...
I mean, he's on roller skates. Look at him.
Have you ever seen a duck try to walk across ice?
That was it, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's what I'm getting here.
I'm now just killing him with some lariats here. Loving it.
Pinballing him round the ring.
Oh my goodness.
Kurt flies back with an elbow.
Oh,
and an enziguri right to the temple.
Shook him off.
Kurt could be out. And David is going for that delayed Uranagi that he's been using in all his matches. Kurt is the smallest man he's got up in that. And this is it.
Good pin. Oh, it's a tight pin and some smart ring positioning from David there. Thought Kurt was slightly close to the ropes. Pulled him back into the middle.
Now I'm surprised Kurt has got enough left with the wobbly legs to kick out of that, but I think some of it may have just been instinct. He doesn't look like he's in the room.
It doesn't. I don't think he knows where he is at all. And I can speak from experience when you've taken a knock to the head and you find yourself waking up in the library. It's very.
Oh, now there we go. Mad Kurt going for those huge
Another
shots.
elbow to the temple there.
And David repeats the enziguri in kind, and a clothesline from Mad Kurt, and both men are on the mat. Now I think this is going to come down to who gets up first. David wobbles to his feet.
I did not think Mad Kurt would still have this in him.
And he goes for the big running knee, and David catches the leg, and a code breaker under the jaw.
Good adaptability there.
Springs up onto the second rope, and a springboard code breaker, and David Francisco is down on the mat. Kurt goes for a deep cover. All of that insubstantial body weight across it. The bony arse of Mad Kurt sat across the chest, and it still wasn't enough weight to keep David Francisco down for the 3.
I'd argue if you've knocked someone out, the easiest way for them to realise that they need to kick out is by having a bony butt put on their chest. So maybe not the best plan there. Is that Kurt looking?
Yeah, he's looking for that.
Oh, this is not what we want to see here. This isn't what Purpose is about. And this is what I was worried about with letting someone like Mad Kurt into this promotion.
No, I think the crowd really helped Mad Kurt. No, I think David Francisco wanted this fight with Mad Kurt because of Mad Kurt's trolling. But he was probably expecting this antics. Martin trying to take the keyboard off.
Well done, Martin. Good.
And we're going to get a fair fight. No!
Oh,
the low blow.
This guy.
And that could be it.
This guy, honestly.
He's heading to the top now. Martin did not see, our referee Martin did not see that low blow. He's up to the top, and a double foot stomp to the chest. David is winded.
Driving all the air out of him there.
And again, now he's dabbing in the cover, and David kicks out.
Come on, keep going.
I like to think David was almost out, saw that dab and thought, no, absolutely not.
I think he did.
Absolutely not.
Out of through slightly closed eyes, saw a dab and just was furious.
I cannot go down.
Look at that, that's the face of a man saying, did this man just dab in me?
Yeah, he's not having that.
You can't believe it.
Still feeling the effects of that low blow, understandably. Still holding
something we can all relate to.
That was a big swing into the groin there, and that low blow has really taken its toll.
What's he got planned now?
He's on the outside. I don't know Mad Kurt to do many springboard moves. And he's not going to get to do
there
one
we
now.
go.
And a third enziguri, and the ear of Mad Kurt must
Certainly
be ringing.
Not doing any springboards anymore.
And a wreckable dropkick to the pigeon chest of Mad Kurt. And David Francisco is fired up. Rolls Mad Kurt back into the ring. And what is David going to do here? Kurt is reeling. He's begging off. And a big super kick to the jaw. Mad Kurt has got to be out. 1, 2, and 3. No! Kurt kicks out, and David Francisco is frustrated and in shock that this joker of a wrestler is staying in this.
Fair's fair. I've got to hand this to Mad Kurt. He's showing a lot of resolve here. Because, these are some high-impact moves here. He's been booted in the chest, rolled back in, booted in the head, and he's still in it. So fair play to him there.
David Francisco spring up for a swanton, and Mad Kurt moves.
No one in the pool there. Outrageous.
And this could be the moment. This could be what Mad Kurt needs. David landed high on his tailbone there.
David looks like he's hurt here. That's caused him a substantial amount of pain. Trouble is here, there's so many nerves around the small of your back. You just feel, whenever you get any impact there, you feel shooting pains down your arms, shooting pain down your legs. It takes a real long time for you to start getting any real feeling back in your limbs. You can see David here, moving his hands around, just double checking.
Now, I think if Mad Kurt is the first one up here, this is doing. Oh, they've locked eyes.
It's still talking trash.
He may be one of the most talkative in-ring performers I've ever seen.
I hate him so much.
Now the crowd getting behind as these two start to trade forearms. Now, if this is a slug match, you can't believe Mad Kurt can win it.
Yeah, you've got to wonder the logic of Kurt trying to get into
great European uppercut.
Yeah,
that's to the chest and catching David under the jaw.
I just think it's just putting more energy back into David with every strike. I think.
He strikes, open arm slaps from Kurt, and they're trading slaps.
Oh, just back and forward, paintbrushing each other.
Who is going to be the first? There was a smile from Mad Kurt there. David's had enough. He's going to work the entire face and a strong forearm to the jaw.
You see Kurt's arms there, just limp, knocking it out of him there.
And those legs back underneath him, but only just. Now you hear that, David challenging that motto, that hit me you coward, and Mad Kurt had nothing.
Hit me, you coward!
Again. He is indeed a coward.
Here we go, Mad Kurt winding up.
Oh my goodness!
And
I mean, Martin's going to have a word with him there. A closed fist punch straight to the dome. He's going to follow it up. Oh no, wait.
David steps through, and a shotgun drop kick to the jaw.
Finally, just kicked him in the mouth.
That big baseball style punch, and David scoops up into a brainbuster.
Oh, that
That's got to be over.
Brainbuster there, love it.
And 3, no! I mean, was that 3? David's willing to accept that it was a 2. He's straight back on
2.9. He's back on him on top of him. That's what I like.
Huge left arm
murders him.
He's inside out and upside down. It's got to be over. And all credit to Mad Kurt. Just rolls off his shoulder there. The wherewithal to roll.
I was not expecting that. That is some fortitude from Mad Kurt there. There's not a lot of people, after taking that fisherman-style brainbuster, followed up quickly with a lariat that could still kick out.
When you wake up at midday every day and spend the rest of the day trolling people, you've got to have some fortitude, I think.
No, you're right. I didn't think of that. And that, I mean, he's got to start putting a little bit more behind that, if I'm honest.
David looks insulted, like he's had enough. He has had enough of this. Kurt has got nothing left behind those chops. And a set of chops there that Kabashi would be ashamed of.
I think David's ashamed and embarrassed by it as well, by the looks of it.
I think Matt Kurt has had enough. Like, he's got nothing. David still seems to have plenty left, and he's challenging Mad Kurt to come at him.
He looks like a shell of a man from when he came out now.
No, Mad Kurt saying he needs a rest. And he's... Wait, what's he doing?
Oh, I think he's...
Is he giving up?
I think this is Kurt's version of waving a white flag by the looks of it.
I mean, he could just tap out, but
David can't believe it.
Straight into that Gotch pile driver, gives it himself to David, and he hits it, the Gotch pile driver, and that's it, it's over. And Kurt stays down, and then David gets his 3rd straight win in Purpose, and Mad Kurt just gave it up, he was done. There it is, David's arm raised for the 3rd time here in Purpose, and he is on a hot streak heading forward, Drex.
A really impressive showing from David there. You've got to wonder the tactics of Kurt, but I think you've also got to wonder what state Kurt's mind is in at the same time, a lot of the time anyway.
And it's much worse after that pile driver.
Surely no mind at all after that pile driver.
No, so the tactics here from Mad Kurt to try to wear David down on the outside, he was very vicious and actually more tenacious than either of us would have given him credit for. But as the crowd is saying, David is undefeated. David Francisco leaving the Merton Art Space with that big win. We're now going to throw it to the back. We're going to hear from David Francisco, and if he's got anything left in his head, we're going to hear from Mad Kurt too.
After the match, when I stood in the corner and was having that last moment with the fans, there was some of them that told me 3 matches, 3 wins. They're good at math. Good job. I hadn't realized until that specific moment. I thought about it before, obviously, but once I got the win, then I realized that David Francisco is on the roll here at Purpose Wrestling. I've said here last time, I'm doing a lot of work in the ring and outside for me not to put a lot of effort into the ring as well. That effort's on show. That effort means success, and that's another win. I say we keep this going. If you're watching this and you want to try, step up. I'm waiting for you.
Hello, Purpose Pro. I'm Mad Kurt, and today, David Francisco, today, drink it in, soak it in, do whatever you need to do to get it in, because today, this is the biggest David Francisco that you're ever going to get. Because you got to step in the ring. You, my friend, got to step in the ring with Mad Kurt, the Mad Kurt, not just any pretend Mad Kurt, not some fake Mad Kurt they dragged him from off the street, the Mad Kurt. So well done, David Francisco. You've started Purpose Pro Wrestling, you still can't draw a crowd.
Well done, David Francisco. You booked yourself in a dream match with Mad Kurt. Well done, David Francisco. Well done, David Francisco. Oh, well done, David Francisco.
We are here for our main event now. The great legend Doug Williams will be taking on the young Jordon Breaks.
I am excited for this one.
This is going to be a catch as catch can classic, Rex.
What they refer to as a clinic, my friend.
Now, to my knowledge, this is the first time Doug Williams and Jordon Breaks have faced off in a ring, and I think the young Jordon Breaks is going to really surprise Doug Williams with what he can do. The inspiration of Doug is always there in Jordan's matches, and I think Doug's going to see a lot of himself in Jordan.
I agree. I think Jordan is the natural evolution of Doug Williams in modern day wrestling.
Here he comes, the ambassador of British wrestling. The legend making his Purpose Wrestling debut. Here is Doug Williams.
And Arts Space, excited to see Doug Williams as well. Always nice to hear.
There it is, that classic head wobble, that pose we all love. Everyone clapping, getting behind Doug Williams, but I think what we're going to see here is we're going to see a lot of respect from the crowd. We're going to see a lot of grappling, a lot of catch as catch can, and I think this one is the audience are going to look on in awe at this match.
I think a lot of respect between Doug Williams and Jordon Breaks as well for each other as well. And also to point out, we are now 3 for 3 for matches that I commentated on for great ring jackets.
It is.
And if I'm honest, I think Doug's is what would happen if Ava's and David's ring jackets had a baby.
It is, yeah, it is. It's a very good merger between the two.
What a way to finish it. Well, I'm happy with that.
Doug, in the traditional style, has asked he asked our referee Oscar to check his boots.
I wonder if that's just to make sure that Jordan gets checked. I'm sure Doug knows he's going to be his but how much does Doug think that Jordan might be hiding a little summit in those trunks?
I think that Jordan knows a little. Doug knows a little about Jordan. He knows that he's a traditional British style wrestler, and he wants the whole feel of a traditional British style match.
And I wonder how much of the fact that he's wrestling one of his heroes and wrestling Doug Williams, is this going to affect Jordan sort of at the early stages, maybe the end stages, because he's normally a cool, collected character, but this is the sort of thing that might potentially get to Jordan slightly.
I think he might be a little starstruck.
Maybe. It's the equivalent of me sort of having a drink with the man that invented beer. I think I would be very starstruck, and I think this is the same situation.
That is a very relatable synonym, and you've done well there to find one to relate to you and to relate to Jordan. Here we go with that classic grappling style. And I don't think Jordan's gonna be able to outsmart Doug too much with this. Doug has seen everything, he has done everything. But Jordan may have something new, something youthful, something Doug hasn't seen yet if he goes that way.
I think that's the thing, Jordan is a student of the game, and that's not to say that Doug hasn't seen it all, but Jordan has certainly watched some very obscure YouTube videos when it comes to catch as catch can. But just maybe Doug Williams hasn't seen, and Jordan has stored away for just such an occasion.
Here we go, they are trading wrist locks here. Doug has got the better of Jordan.
Sitting out so he can't be sent for that Irish whip. It's a smart move by Jordan.
And that is a great technique, but then just Doug in a classic way, breaks the lock.
Grapevine the legs.
No, I don't know if this is going to work. So Doug's got his base underneath him, his legs
Normally
wide.
when you apply this sort of pressure, your opponent tends to fall backwards or forwards or leaves merely by turning sideways, which I don't think Jordan knew was an option for an escape.
No, you say that, Rex. We saw this at the last match. So Jordon Breaks is a very traditional British grappler. He faced up against Connor Mills, who's more of a striker. And Connor got Jordan in that position, and Jordan just walked away.
Oh, and well, there you go. Turnaround is fair play. Maybe Doug has been watching his Jordon Breaks tapes.
Maybe he has. Maybe this is
a groin stretch here, which, let me tell you, I've actually been on the receiving end from Jordon Breaks, which is if you've not done any warming up backstage beforehand, you're in trouble here. which is nearly always my mistake.
The only wrestler I think who would be okay in this would be Ava White after
Exactly.
splits
Yeah.
earlier.
Unless you're doing a split stunner, you're in trouble here.
Jordan working his way and rolls back out of position.
Tries
to catch Doug himself, but Doug's too smart, closes his legs and reopens.
I think from the look on Jordan's face, potentially got stretched slightly further than he had been the last time.
I don't think he's going to be walking so
he dug here, but in all his body weight behind that stretch now.
And you know, so he kicks Jordan back down just to try and attempt to get that cover. But I think Doug knows Jordan probably won't stay down for this. It's more getting Jordan to use that core strength up, to use some of that fuel tank. Jordan rolls through underneath. That's great technique by Jordan.
I don't know if Doug was expecting that. I don't think he was.
I don't think Doug saw that coming, but he's impressed and he likes what he sees. You can tell.
Yeah, he gave the crowd sort of a knowing smile there, didn't he?
A little handshake.
Secretly impressed.
A little handshake, showing that respect to the much younger grappler. Here they go, tying up again. Test of strength.
Battle of strength here, and arguably a battle of tans. Or well, one being tanned and one not.
One very lack of tan. I think in a test of strength, Doug Williams is always going to have the advantage.
You got to think so, haven't you?
But Jordan will use that technique. He's got that sinewy legs, this sinewy strength.
Jordan's got experience when it comes to leverage as well, but I think here Doug might just be too strong for him, as I think we're about to see.
Now this is what it is. It's technique and strength versus technique and youth.
I agree, and this is not the sort of position you want to be in, on your back with your opponent sort of all
especially with a stronger opponent on top.
Exactly.
And heavier, and he's going to, and the neck strength
bridge.
of Jordan breaks. Trying again.
Still not going down. This is impressive from Jordan here.
Yeah, so that core strength we were talking about, and he's going to be using up some of the tank, but he's stopped Doug from even attempting to cover there. And a monkey flip roll through. Jordan going to recover his own.
Oh, he's caught him in a
Gracie guard position.
Yes.
Now this is again a technique. Well, Jordan goes for the cover. This is a technique we saw from Jordan against Connor Mills. He got Mills into the Gracie guard position, fighting from his back. But Jordan knows a few more tactics of getting out of it, unlike Connor.
What's Doug got here?
Boston Crab?
Jordan, straight into a Boston Crab. I thought Doug was getting out there.
Jordan, it looked like Doug may have found the torque to spin Jordan, but Jordan braced his legs and caught him in that Boston Crab.
Doug crawling though. He's not giving up. He's telling our referee Oscar no.
Now working the ankle grip.
That's good anticipation from Jordan. I think Doug nearly was going to get to the ropes, nearly getting out, and just moves into another hold there.
Did Doug just say watch the hair? Jordan doesn't have any. He does have three, that is correct. That is
he's not wrong, is he? He's not wrong.
That is the experience of Doug Williams, knowing he's got
knowing
three.
he has three.
He rolls over onto his stomach, causes the separation and into the headlock. Now Jordan's not used to someone who can grapple with him in the same way. Mills gave him a run for his money. Just a little cheeky slap to the face there. But he realises that was unsportsmanlike and shakes his hand.
That's what we like to see here.
Now,
I think Jordan was about to elbow him then, maybe not.
Mills has some grappling chops, but he's not up to the standard of Jordan breaks. But you got to think Doug Williams is on par, if not above Jordan in the grappling techniques.
I think so. And I wonder how much of that is affecting Jordan. If you're going with a game plan and maybe a few ideas of holds you're going to try, maybe a few areas and limbs you're going to work. And if your opponent seamlessly seems to get out of each hold, how much do you start sort of panicking? How many holds do you have before you start to get worried?
Now, did you see that? So Jordan went to use the same reversal that Doug used previously when he was held with the ankle lock. But Doug was smart to it, forced Jordan down to the mat. Now he's got him looks to be looking for maybe a bow and arrow.
I think so. And that's just the experience of Doug Williams coming through there, seeing people trying to get out of stuff, and always he has a counter to a counter, doesn't he?
Rolls through, doesn't quite manage to grip it, but then no, he finds the ankle of Jordan breaks. Jordan pops out into a cover, a 2 count. But Doug wasn't expecting
look
that.
at that. Doug's been caught by surprise. He can't quite believe it.
Now, Doug is impressed. You can see it on his face.
I think that's shock. I think that's a bit. He's shocked there. He's all managed to roll through and pin him for a close 2 count.
Yeah, that was past the 2 count, and Doug was close to losing there. And another show of respect from Doug Williams. You can tell he really does respect Jordan.
A bit of tension here.
Jordan breaks the handshake.
Either.
There we go. Now, this may be what we need to take this match to the next level.
Oh, not what I was expecting from Doug at all. Baits him in and headbutt to the gut.
That is one of Jordan's preferred moves as well, and this is what we're talking about looking in the mirror with these two men. Spinning back elbow there, taking down breaks. Now we're starting to see the effects of the grappling, the emptying of the gas tank on Jordon. Doug has used his substantial body weight to keep Jordon down.
Using his body weight here on that, those big legs, just really sort of cutting off the blood and the airway to Jordan's head here.
Now if you squeeze tight around the neck, around the base of the head, that cuts off the blood to the brain, which can cause you to pass out.
When you've got an opponent as big as Doug, I mean, how do you get him off you? Well, there you go, breaks, your only option, is it?
So Jordon rolled with the momentum there, but Doug allowed it, and now he's rolling Jordon into the ropes and holding him. Now that was a slight kind of bit of dirty tactics from Doug.
Bit of bending of the rules there, wasn't it?
I think he may be getting a bit worried about this kind of young up-and-comer who uses a lot of his own tactics against him, and yeah, that knee drop to the face.
I wonder how much of Doug's tactic was to sort of let Jordon run through his litany of holds, as we were talking about earlier, and then just completely catch him by surprise by, getting him in the gut, giving him a European, dropping a knee on his head, which, Jordan probably thought he knew what sort of match he was in for. Suddenly, you get rocked, you get hit with some strikes. It's not what you're anticipating.
Now, this isn't Doug's first rodeo. You know that he will change up tactics when another one isn't working, no matter what respect he has for his opponent and his opponent's skills. If he realises that one technique isn't working, he's just going to smash her in the mouth.
Well, I wonder, maybe the question then is can Jordon do the same? Has Jordon got the ability to move away from his original tactic and just start punching someone in the mouth, like you said?
Now, we saw it last month, finish what we started. Jordon does have the ability to strike, and strike hard. But will he want to do that against one of his heroes?
Straight into the bottom stretch there. Lovely transition from Jordon.
Now Jordon is slightly smaller than Doug, and he's not quite got the hooked in as deep as he wants. No. And that's allowed Doug to hip toss him off. But Jordon, not having any of it, kicks Doug straight away, causing that separation again.
There we go, that's what we need. Jordon needs to start throwing some punches and strikes as well.
Now, he's very adept at that European uppercut specifically.
Oh, I think that was... Did they just clash heads?
They did. Now, Jordon was looking for a shoulder tackle off the second rope. Both men headbutting each other.
I think normally what we see Jordon do is sort of up off the corner post and ducks down through his opponent's legs, but I think when he turned round, Doug was far closer to him than he originally anticipated his opponent to be. So as he was coming down, they just instantly clashed heads.
Now,
both look very shook here.
I'm not sure whether that was tactics from Doug to close the space, or whether his instinct kicked in. Now Jordon there, that headbutt to the gut in exchange as Doug Williams did the European uppercut.
Not giving him any space.
Sunset flip into the cover. And I think that might be and Doug reverses into a cover of his own, and a reversal from Jordon. He's trading 2 counts here. Doug, and then with the cradle, and a crucifix cradle, and Doug kicks out. Now I think that may be how this match ends. These two men are such mirrors of each other.
Jordon with the backslide.
2 count again. And Doug just goes straight for the gut. This is what I mean about Doug willing to change tactics. Jordon with a quick roll up, and they nearly had Doug. Now Jordon doesn't seem to want to change tactics. He's going for the roll ups, he's going for the grappling. Doug is the one who seems to want to take this to be a bit more of a fight. And a huge clubbing clothesline to the back of the neck. Going for here. T-bone suplex. Now Doug needs to stay on top of Jordon. Jordan's got a lot of resilience. He will get back up. We saw that in his match with Connor Mills.
See, it's hard though. Jordan made Doug kick out of a lot of pins there, and every time you kick out, you're expending energy, you're tiring yourself up. So Doug managed to get back on top of Jordon, but as you can see, he was still quite tired to be able to get back on top and make a pin.
As you said, Rex, both men are now breathing deep. Jordan up and over, looking for another sunset flip. Doug rolls off his shoulder, a bit lackluster compared to his previous kick-out attempts there. As you said, Rex, the gas tank appears to be emptying. And Jordon with another deep pin that Doug Williams didn't see coming. He slipped out the back of that headlock and straight for a roll-up. Snapmare.
Snapmare again.
Second snapmare. Jordan's technique though, rolling through, trips Doug into a very deep cover, and another 2 count.
Both men here just giving it everything they've got.
Now, how much more do you think either man can keep kicking out? Especially Jordon with the weight of Doug Williams being put on him.
I think you're exactly right. And also, how many more pins has either man got left in them that might catch the other one out?
I think I've seen every pin I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Jordan up in the middle there. That's probably what he was looking for earlier. Goes into that test of strength, breaks both in, challenges Doug to go to the leg. We've seen this from Jordan 100 times. Shoots the half. Up and over. Underneath again. Grabs there for the waistlock. Doug Williams grabs. Rolls through. Great cover. That European cover. And Jordan breaks, gets Doug Williams. Out of nowhere. And I said I thought I'd seen every pin ever, but there, Jordan breaks out another one. Jordan can't believe it himself.
I don't think he can believe it. I think Doug had kicked out of so many pins that I don't think Jordan himself even thought that was the one that was going to do it, but he just had both those arms so tight, his feet planted on top of those shoulders that Doug just couldn't get out.
I don't think Doug saw that coming at all. Doug saw one pin coming with the roll through and Jordan shifted position, got, like you said, the feet across the shoulders, put his weight into the shoulders of Doug Williams, and he got the win.
I wonder how much of that was the evade that Jordan was doing before that pin. He was just sort of running circles around Doug. Doug couldn't really get a hold of him, but maybe just completely caught him by surprise. He looks surprised, doesn't he?
See, Doug doesn't look dejected, doesn't look defeated. He looks shocked.
I think he just, and in a good way, I think he's sort of a bit of admiration. Would you say? But, fair play, kid. You caught me. He did catch me.
Definitely.
Not many people do.
Doug Williams is not one to shy away from giving the future generation a pat on the back. And Jordan Breaks gets a great victory over his hero here. One of his.
I don't think Jordan can quite believe that he's being offered a.
Whoa!
Hang on a second here.
The lights have gone out here at Merton Art Space.
What's going on? Is anyone?
We have a technical power cut, technical difficulties here. We'll try to get the lights back on as soon as possible.
There must be a fan, like a fan's on the light switch or something.
There's a light. The lights are completely out here. Oh!
Hang on a second. Who are these guys?
4 men have surrounded Jordan Breaks and Doug Williams. They're wearing balaclavas. And they jumped them.
And just a mug in here. What is going on?
Security has been pretty tight all day at Merton, and we don't know what the hell is going on here. They're working over both men. They've ruined the end of this match. There was going to be a great moment between Jordan Breaks and Doug Williams. That handshake had been offered.
After such a sporting main event here at Purpose, this is the opposite. There's a sporting end to it. This is unbelievable. They're just choking Doug. Disrespectful, unbelievable. What's going on here?
These 4 men.
Same to Jordan.
We need to get some help out here.
What's
These
going
4
on?
men have ruined the end of this show.
It's cranking. We gotta get someone out. Jordan's neck's been cranked back here. This could be an injury.
Can someone send someone out?
What is going on here? Oh,
we need some help. Oh,
stomp to the gut.
Here comes David Francisco.
Good. Smack
David won't have any of this. But there's too many of them. Too many of them.
It's a 4-on-1 now as well. Who are these guys?
This is ridiculous.
They're just booting David here.
This is ridiculous here. A lot of the guys. Oh, here comes Nino
Bryant.
Well.
Right, come on, let's go. There we go. There we go.
Tackle. Take him down, Nino.
There's still 3 of them. These guys are like a pack of hyenas. It's ridiculous.
A lot of the guys are getting changed out the back. There's no one. No one was ready for this. They're smothering Nino Bryant and David Francisco.
I mean, this is, not only is it completely uncalled for, but I'm not being funny. Doug Williams, the ambassador of British wrestling, is in this ring. And this is just unbelievable disrespect here. Like, this is disgusting.
And a young talent like Nino Bryant, he came down, he wasn't booked today, he came down to help set the ring up. Are they gonna reveal who they are? Oh. I recognise those armbands. I've seen them before.
No.
It's not, is it? No. They're not going to do this again, are they?
No.
Oh, that t-shirt. Oh, it's not.
Oh,
for God's sake. I can't. The ghoul of these 4 men.
Bobby, I gotta go. I can't go through this again. I can't believe it back.
Well, my commentary partner Rex Armstrong has left. He's had trouble with Destination Everywhere before. That's Connor Mills. He's got Nino Bryant up for a burning hammer. We're into a burning cutter. That is it. I'm sorry, folks. We're going to have to end the show here. We're going to have to get some security, get some guys out the back to stop Destination Everywhere. Please come next time to Puppies Are Forever, our next show in December here at Merton Art Space. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.